Hello everyone, my name is Leo, I'm a trailer editor, and today we're going to be taking a look at the trailer for Gladiator II. Now hopefully this isn't going to be the typical trailer reaction video on YouTube. My goal is to break down the trailer, see how it works, why it works a certain way, and hopefully it might be educational for you. So I'm going to be watching it now. I have not seen this yet.
I remember that day. I never forgot it. That a slave could take revenge against an emperor.
Where were you born?
I don't know. I never knew a mother nor a father.
You will be my instrument.
Who are you?
Did you hear that crowd? The greatest temple Rome ever built. The Colosseum. Because this is what they believe in. Power.
That's a creepy looking dude.
There are victories yet still to come.
Rome has so many subjects, she must feed them.
They can eat war!
The arena turns slaves into gladiators, the gladiators into free men.
You have something in you. I knew it from the start.
Did you now?
Rage. And rage is your gift.
That's a great edit. The scream.
This is about survival! Survive! Hold together, and when it charges, break for the wall.
Whose head could I give you that would satisfy this fury?
The entire Roman armies.
Too much?
The general will do.
Rome must fall. I need only give it a push.
Modern music.
Alright. Hands on the mausoleum floor. Blood stains the Colosseum doors.
This ring belonged to Maximus. Now I give it to you. What is the dream of Rome? That people are not free.
I was owned. Now I will control an empire.
I will not waste another generation of young men for their vanity.
Strength and honor! This how Rome treats its heroes!
Hands on the mausoleum floor. Blood stains the Colosseum doors.
The gods have spoken!
Damn. Okay, so this looked really cool. Let's break it down. Now, little note before the trailer begins, you'll see that it has this, it is exactly 6 seconds long. You'll see a lot of trailers do this. They need to make sure that the person that clicks on the trailer watches the trailer until the end. So if it starts off kind of slow, what they usually do is they add this 5-second, or in this case 6-second long intro, just showing the best moments with rhythm, some of the greatest shots. Trailer starts now, and you know, it's a short trailer for the trailer, but it's important because it makes sure that more people watch the trailer until the end. Because ultimately, if you don't even want to watch the trailer till the end, why would you want to watch the movie? Trailers, you'll see, they tend to have the 3-act structure. In this case, first act, introduce the main character. Then second act, introduce the world they're in. Building up to a climax, we'll learn more about each character. Third act is basically asking the question, what is going to happen? Now, we can go a little bit further and see how they do each of them. Whoever cut this trailer really has a very great understanding of storytelling, because I think you can very easily fall into the flashy and, exciting sort of edit. But what I think it's also important is you need to know how to tell the story in a very economical way, without revealing too much, without giving away too much information that will leave the audience confused. With just tiny little things done in the edit, they can tell you the story. Character looks at a sword with the name Maximus. Cut to a sword hitting the floor and showing Maximus from the first movie. We immediately know that these two things are connected just by that little edit. It's telling the story of the first movie. He's basically telling us he's this character. And then they have this interesting moment.
You will be my instrument.
Who are you?
Just a slow motion shot of the character looking to the side, adding that horn on top, really suggests to the audience, without any words being said, that this guy is up to no good. Again, that economical storytelling. Cut to the Paramount logo, which has this tint, really establishes that this movie is going to be different than all the others. We're seeing these awesome shots of them fighting in the water. Having immediately the coolest battle in the beginning of the trailer is really great. The way they introduce the two villain characters is so well done. You just need to see that a guy gets violently killed by a shark, and these two just give a maniacal laugh. It's very effective. Something that this trailer does very well, and you'll see throughout, I marked with the color green. Little moments where they add a character's look. It's basically the Kuleshov effect. Adding a reaction in a specific moment really insinuates a lot of what's going on inside that character's head. And when you do that, the audience learns more about the character. In this case, you can tell exactly the type of relation these characters have. That look and that little gesture of the sword cutting to this guy clearly not happy with it. Not much has to be said for the audience to understand what's going on. And then you can tell the relation between the main character and the general, because they don't have the characters look at each other in this moment. He's pointing at someone to the right of the screen and then looking up to the left of the screen, asking who is that, who is him. Cuts to an archer, the camera is below, and she's aiming the arrow to the right, so we understand that he was talking to her, and we see who she's pointing to, and it cuts to the general, so you understand who he was referring to. You understand the relation between these two characters, and it's a relation of conflict. This is a fantastic little moment where the beat determines the cuts and the explosion. It's very rhythmic. You can even count the tempo with your fingers. This is what we call accents, is, when the beat of the music happens, you add something with a very strong visual and a very strong sound to accentuate that beat. So you have these accents with the explosions, then you have this accent with the punch, and then you have another punch as an accent. I love how you have the sound of the scream start when he's looking at some character that he probably cared for and is now dead. But the scream is actually coming from, we assume, from the second shot. But it starts the moment it cuts to this shot. So
Rage.
It really insinuates that the rage this character is talking about comes from this. And it's intensified by the audio, by the main character covered in blood and screaming. Now, the rhino scene and this scene are probably not the same. And the reason I say that is because you can see water reflection on them. But they're probably intercutting between the two because they're not misleading in the sense of pretending that this scene doesn't happen. What they're doing is they're insinuating that this guy takes a leadership position amongst the other slaves. Then we cut to Denzel, and this look is really great. Again, this didn't really have to be in the trailer, but the editor knows the importance of showcasing what type of character Denzel's character is. He's very observant, very serious, he's analyzing everything. And he's looking at the characters, then looks to the right. And you can tell by this relationship that we're cutting between the main character to the bull, all just with this look, just switching between left to right. And also, it's really good at creating tension. And this is where the beat changes to the more modern type of music.
Whose head could I give you that would satisfy this fury?
The entire Roman armies.
Too much?
The general will do.
Rome must fall.
This is another use of accents, with the laugh being the thing that accentuates the beat. It has beat, song, and then it cuts completely just so we hear the laugh.
Need only give it a push.
We make it out alive.
You'll notice that a lot of movie trailers do this. They take a modern song, and what they do is they don't actually use the song. They take just the audio of the voice, and then they add the sound of the drums, and it completely makes the music fit the trailer in the way that the trailer editor wants to fit the trailer. And if you listen to the music carefully, you'll notice this.
Rome must fall. I need only give it a push.
We make it out alive. All right.
Now I Will Control an Empire seems like 3 different lines stitched together if you listen to it closely.
Now I will control an empire.
There's a little shift in the way that the line's being delivered. You learn more about the character of the general.
I will not waste another generation of young men for their vanity.
And it cuts to this guy doing this. Tells a lot. Again, this is such great micro storytelling. You understand the conflicts of this character, who is not even the main character. And you can tell this conflict within 4 seconds. Literally, that's how long it takes. And then you see a climax of several different shots and different emotions. And then the 2 main characters facing each other. It cuts on that suspense. And this is where the 3rd act begins. It tells a lot about each character just by their different shots. You see that these 2 characters are fighting. The crowd is reacting to it. You can see what these 2 characters are doing hurts this one. But Denzel's character, he's still observing. He's still studying. This is all being shown with the audio of this lunatic just screaming. The gods have spoken, basically making this battle a very important thing in the story. Drums to create tension.
The gods have spoken!
Then it has a suck back, and then even though no music is playing, the action and the sound are following a tempo. And you can see that here. I've marked on the clips the sound beats where they're being played. This one is not a sound beat, but it's when you begin to hear the scream. If you take this little block, you can see that they're all perfectly timed. They have the same distance amongst themselves. They're creating a rhythm with the sound of the swords. Rhythm is recognizable by the audience, especially 4 beats, because usually a lot of songs follow the 4x4 tempo, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're conditioned to expect the outcome. But you don't get the outcome. You get the title of the movie, basically telling you, hey, you want an outcome? Come and watch. Also, we got violence. So this trailer was made by AV Squad. It's a creative advertising agency located in Los Angeles. They have a lot of great trailers. I don't know who the actual editor was for the trailer itself, but that is very good. That's a fantastic trailer. I hope you learned something with this video. I hope it was interesting to you. If you want to see more of these videos, it's my intention to do this with more trailers as they're coming out. So if that's something that interests you, subscribe and keep watching trailers. Bye.